Okay, we're talking with Alex with ToonBoom. So ToonBoom.com, that's where you would go if you're interested in what Alex has to say. ToonBoom is an animation software house, I guess. They make animation products.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. ToonBoom is the company that is behind the technology that is used for the animation industry in the United States and around the world. So all the major production houses like Disney, Warner Brothers, Cartoon Network, all these big companies use our technology.
So it sounds complicated. It sounds like
it sounds like that, but those are the big guys, right?
Right.
I mean, we have all kinds of solutions for everybody. Starting in kindergarten,
okay,
and all the way to the professional software that you find in those big studios, right?
Okay.
Really, this is software that is great for digital storytelling. So if you use it in the classroom, you can start with very young kids. They don't have to learn a very technical tool. It's something that they can pick up in about 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
But once they know how to use the software, they just explode with it.
So I've heard a lot about animation
Yep.
in the classroom. Give us some examples of what some students are doing here.
Absolutely. So I mean,
So what do we have here? What are we looking at here?
What you're looking at here is the main screen for one of our products called
Okay.
ToonBoom All-Star. This is really what the software looks like. As you can see, it's very simple,
Right.
very
Got
easy
some
to
like
understand.
very simple interfaces,
Yes.
big icons.
Exactly. And
Okay.
you have other things in the package aside from your drawing tools. You have your libraries of templates that come with the software.
Okay, so it's got some things so the kids could make their own
Yeah,
stories with it.
That's right. You can drag and drop characters and just do things very quickly, easily.
Okay.
You could also, if let's say I drew this, you could take it back into the library and save it, right?
Okay.
So you can keep your drawings. It's a very good thing for the classroom, especially because the kids don't have to always do everything all over
Okay.
again necessarily.
So now you guys sell all over the world. You sell
Yeah.
all over the U.S. What kind of response do you see with kids using animation as opposed to just regular writing?
Just regular writing. Well, that's a very good question. It's actually been extremely successful. We have several case studies, but the biggest one was recently featured in Larry King's In View series that aired in January 28th, and it was actually a report on this school that we have over here in Bluffton, in Beaufort County, Bluffton Elementary School.
Okay.
This is a school that had some very, very deep challenges to overcome. I mean, they had a lot of kids failing in math, science, writing, social studies, core subject matters. They couldn't get them engaged in class. It was difficult sometimes. Some kids didn't speak English very well, immigrant families.
Right.
They had gifted students, but they weren't able to engage them with the rest of the students. For example, and, motivate them to increase their understanding, their achievement. So the principal and the animation teacher in this school created a program where they're using this software as a platform for the students to present what they learn in class.
Instead of just like a PowerPoint presentation, they're like going beyond PowerPoint.
Absolutely.
And actually they're doing that, redefining the assignments when they use animation instead of just doing a simple substitution of a...
Exactly. And I mean, this can take many
come
different
back.
shapes in the classroom.
Okay.
But the process they followed is one where the teacher in the classroom acts as the guide for the project,
Right.
and they have the computer lab teacher just helping them with the animation.
So why do you think kids respond to animation as opposed to a traditional assignment?
Well, I think, for one, kids are very creative, right? They want to create things.
Right.
They have a lot of imagination. They like to, put their ideas on paper, see them take form. At the same time, it's a very, relatable medium for them. To watch animation, television, and other forms of, media. So they like to create those kind of things.
And so they have to actually do the same type of writing process to create an animation or a video that they would writing just a regular. They have to storyboard it out. They have to outline. They have to do all those techniques.
That's
but
exactly it.
but what's happening is they're actually taking it a step further. They're actually going beyond just writing it on a piece of paper, and it lives longer, I think.
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, all these software we have, even the entry-level version for kindergarten, they all have the ability to add sound. So you can have a voiceover as your animation plays. That means that the kids have to write what they're going to say. They have to put in, in a coherent fashion. They have to, get comfortable presenting, speaking in front of everybody.
Right.
At the same time, this gives them a lot of ownership and pride in their work.
Do we
They
have
can
an
share
example?
with
Do you have an example of a kid's work?
Yes. Let me
Because
just pull up
usually
here.
at these kind of things we have like Those aren't kids' works right there.
Right. No, that's our show reel. I could show you some of these here, for example. Let me just see if I can pull it up.
It's one thing to say kids can do it, but it's another thing to actually show it. Hang on just a sec.
Yeah, like animation that was done in FlipBoom All-Star
Okay.
by a student who was at risk in California. He was struggling a lot with math. He couldn't understand fractions.
Right.
And what the teacher did is he assigned the kids, well, obviously after explaining, the concepts, the theory behind it, he gave the kids a number of fractions. He said, just show me what this looks like. Explain it to me visually. This is another animation that is related to haiku poetry. So this is more, language arts.
And they can voice over what they're doing. They can say what they're doing.
You could be hearing, the voiceover as the animation plays, right? But this is all flipbook style animation. This is not fancy or technical stuff, right?
So 20, 30 minutes, kids can figure out how to use this type of software,
Absolutely,
you think?
yes.
Okay.
It's very easy for them to pick it up, and once they know how to use it, they just start creating things, right? It keeps them very engaged in class. In fact, some of the students at Bluffton that were not, coming to school regularly, actually started coming every day because they knew that if they didn't show up, they weren't going to have the animation lab.
That's
on
awesome.
Thursdays,
That's
right?
awesome.
So it keeps them very, very motivated with their classroom work. And this is all done by kids. This is
cool.
middle school.
Are those
kids.
built-in templates, or like that's already built in, or did the kids build those?
Oh, this is all done by the kids from
Okay.
scratch.
All right.
We actually, the templates are there if you want to use them, but they're really more for fun.
Right.
In class, it's really more important that the kids create everything, because for one, it gives them the ownership about the project, but also the teacher can pick up, a little nuances that may exist in the animation.
That's
right?
awesome.
So, this is a very funny animation. Really, it's just the red dot turning into all these kinds of different things. So that is the entry level type software. In addition to that, we are also an industry partner for schools who want to offer their students the opportunity to develop their skills towards a career in the digital.
So like a
arts.
career and technology thing for
Absolutely,
animation.
yes. So, I was showing you this before, and you can find all this on our website under education. But we have software for middle school career explorations that can actually build a skills foundation for the kids towards the CTE courses in advanced software that lead to career and workforce certification.
That's cool.
Right?
All right, Alex, if people are interested in more ToonBoom stuff, where do they go?
I would say go to ToonBoom.com.
Which is right there.
Right there.
ToonBoom.com.
And there's some links at the top. One of them says education. You click on that, you will find all of the solutions we have for K-12. And if you need additional information, just give us a call.
All right.
Or send us an email. We'll be glad to.
Alex with ToonBoom, thanks so much for talking to us this morning.
Thank you, Tim.